All right, welcome to the Moodle overview video. This is Math 900 sections N1, N3, and N4 on pre-algebra arithmetic. So my name is Dr. Barry Smith, and I'll be your instructor for this semester. My office is in PS 130. Here's my phone number. Probably the best way to contact me, though, is through my email address. Be sure to use your Casper College email address. Here are my office hours at the times, and it's also going to be in my office. So this is kind of a short intro video about class. This is the Moodle overview video that you're watching. Here's kind of a simple syllabus. It just opens up and shows everything. There's down below, there's going to be a full syllabus in PDF format as well. Uh, this is kind of an overview on how to get my Open Math login credentials. So it'll show you how to do that. And down below, I'll show you where you need to go to get that. Then there's going to be due dates explained. So sometimes people are confused about that. So this will give you a little experience on that. Announcements will be posted here, and this kind of tells us about what we're doing here. Course content, we have the syllabus, of course. Here's the calendar for the semester. So basically, everything that's at the end of the syllabus is going to be here. What times are going to be. So basically, module one here, module two here, and so on. Testing center hours. So since this is an online class, the testing center is where you'll be taking the test. And if you click this button, what you'll get is a place where you can schedule your appointment. And so you just click in there and then you can schedule your appointment for whenever. And so that would be the thing. And here are their hours and when they're closed. Here's the textbook for the class. Here's a PDF on math study skills. So this will be, you do journal articles, or journal posts, rather, throughout the semester, and you'll be referencing this here. If you need extra help with entering answers into MOM, this sometimes helps people, sometimes not. Helpful links. This is where you go and get your login credentials. So you'll click here, and then you'll get your login credentials. What you have to do is I'll have to sign out. And then you're going to say register as a new student, and then you go in and you get your credentials from there. And we're not going to be actually working it via mom, so don't when you go over here, let's register. When you do this, you don't need an ID or enrollment. Just leave those blank and just sign up because all your stuff is going to be done within the modules here. So all the assignments are right here. You don't have to actually go into My Open Math to do anything. Then here's the Digital Learning Center, Help Desk, Disability Services, Tutoring, Study Resources, Student Handbook. These are some basically motivational videos on how we can all succeed in math. So, Power of Believing You Can Improve, a grit video, how learning math is different, a technique to eliminate math anxieties, some study skills to learn how to take notes and stuff, and then, of course, Khan Academy. Now the whole course really begins where you have to do work is here. So first things first, after you read the syllabus, take the syllabus quiz. Then there's an introduction about yourself here. Then there's email me. So that's kind of to get you used to using your Casper College email address, putting the course, name in the subject line. So put, 25 fall math 900 in 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. You don't have to put the pre-arithmetic, but if you put at least that, then I'll know what class you're in. And then at the end of the email, put your signature. So, your full name, because then I know who you are, because I've got a lot of students this semester, and a lot of them have similar names as far as first names, so I'm not going to be able to tell who you are. And so be sure to use your full name there. Then a mathematics poll. Do you love math, hate math, whatever? Answer it correct, honestly, I should say. And then here's where the class kind of other ways starts. This is the way it's going to be from here to the end of the semester. The first pieces up here, those are just in this module one. Now this is how module one down is going to be the same for module two, three, four, and so on. First, there's a study skills module one. And so basically, like I said, there's some information here. You have to read this. Here's the study skills PDF again, if you forget where it is. And then you just add your submission. And so you read all these and type it in and submit that and do it by, again, the due dates. There's a lot of due dates in class, so be sure to follow due dates. There's hard due dates and there's soft due dates. Hard due date actually shows a date on it. So if it has a date actually shown on it, like in this one, that's when you have to have it done by. I don't reopen those. Other things such as, homework and quizzes, those can be done at any time, and you'll get that in due dates explained later. So the first thing to do is go into my intro to My Open Math. And so once you have your login credentials, you go in here. You'll have to type in your login credentials. Since I'm already logged in, it does that, and then you just kind of start your assignment. So that's what it's going to look like when you're doing assignments. You're going to just move through them, and then when you're done, submit, and then end the session. You have three chances at each one, so that's another thing. So you might want to do try to get as many points as possible as you go through. Module one objectives. So this kind of gives you objectives we have for module one, and so that's what we're going to be looking through. Here's a YouTube video channel. So I've tried to break it up for each module. So module one here is going to have basically the chapter one materials only. And so, all the stuff from chapter one will be here. You can watch videos about it and then work on it. Uh, then there's the textbooks are broken apart in most of this modules. So the sections 1.1, you can read about that, then do the homework, and then do the quiz. Then you can go read about 1.2, homework, quiz, and do that all the way through until you get to this one. After the quiz, then there's a practice exam. And then after the practice exam, take it, 3 times or whatever, get ready for it, be prepared. And then again, by I think it's September 3rd. Ideally, you'll take the exam around that point. You don't have to have it done on that day exactly, but that would be an ideal goal to get it done by that date to stay on task. And before you take the exam, do a pre-exam self-reflection. So that's going to kind of take you in and say, okay, how are you doing? Are you prepared for the exam? Anything, whatever you think, add your submission, and that's good. Then you go and be sure to have an appointment for the testing center. And if you're out of town, please contact me so we can set up a testing center wherever you're located. Then you go take the test there. Here, this one has a password, so you won't be able to take it at home. So don't even try. Don't ask what's the password because it's password protected. So you have to take it at the testing center. Then after you take the test, do a post-exam self-reflection on how well you think you did, and most likely you'll see your grade at the end. And so then you can say, okay, I did as what I thought, or whoops, I screwed up, or I did way better than I thought I was going to do. So, do this. And these are for you to kind of get used to, am I studying enough pre to think about, okay, I think I'm really ready. Then you take the test and then you're like, oh, okay, I was ready. So then in the end, you can say, yes, I was ready. Or you think you're ready, you take the test, you fail it. And then at the end, okay, I really wasn't ready. I need to change my studying skills or studying habits or whatever it is. And so hopefully I can do better on the next test. So it's not only for you, but it's also for me. So I can go in and see, oh, wow, they did really good on this test, or, whoa, whoops, they messed up. And then I can understand based on your self-reflections. And then module two on is the same. Basically, you have your study skills journal. And again, those are something you're supposed to think about throughout the module and then just post them, before the end of the module. Don't forget about them though, because like I said, they don't reopen. Then the objectives, module two videos, and then the same thing, homework quizzes all the way down until we get down to the practice exam, pre and post reflection with the module two test in between. And that goes all the way till module eight. Module eight, we just have the study skills, a practice final, pre and post, the final exam in the middle, and then like an exit survey at the end. So that's how the class is going to work. If you ever have any questions, please feel free to contact me. Here's to a great semester.